Welcome back. So we're going to wrap up this video series on a little bit on career management. Now that you've got the job and you've got the interview and things are working great, how do I manage my career to make sure it's moving in the direction that I want to move it in? So the first thing to do is start with the very first day. The very first day, make sure you are ready for work, that you have asked the questions you need to ask, and make sure you come in with a positive attitude and you are very excited for that first day. Write down the questions that you might have. Don't be afraid to do that. That's completely normal. Ask where the bathrooms are. Ask when the breaks are. Ask where people go to lunch. Ask whatever it is that you need to ask. That's okay. They expect that. In fact, oftentimes what happens if employers are so used to knowing it that they forget that you don't know. So be engaging, be friendly, be ready to go to work. That's really important. Be ready to learn. Tell them when you don't know something. It is frequent in jobs where people start using lingo or referring to letters or forms or things like that, and you're kind of sitting there going, I don't really know what they just said. I don't know how to do that. I don't know, where am I supposed to ask those questions? I know you asked me to do this thing, but I'm not familiar with that. Could you show me? And be ready to learn. They hired you. They want you to do the job, and they want you to have those resources that you need. So ask the questions you need to do. Ask them in a polite way. Find out who are the go-to people that are willing to help you, and be ready to learn. There's a lot to learn. Don't expect to have the job mastered right away, but do figure out who to go to, how to get those things done, and get with it and start working it. Meet your team. Find out who are those people who do which jobs and who you go to, and be prepared again for questions, and appreciate the people that help you. Tell them thank you. Be prepared for growth and development, but really show that you're the type of person they want to work shoulder to shoulder with. Within your first year, you want to start thinking about the big picture. Using your things like your emotional intelligence, you want to start thinking about managing from below. Now that I understand this job and I have shown and demonstrated the ability to do this job really well, what is the next job I want? And what are the skills that I'm going to need to get that next job? And how do I acquire those skills to get that next job or that next level or that next advancement? And how do I acquire it? And how do I show it? How do I prove to those people? How do I get seen? How do I get noticed? What committees do I need to sit on? What things do I need to volunteer for? What jobs do I need to do? How do I get noticed for the really hard, good job that I'm doing? And if I don't have all those skills that are necessary, how do I get them? So start thinking about those things within that first year so you can start moving forward. Remember to stay focused on your task, to build your relationships, to build your positive reputation, to be a good team member and somebody that people can trust and want to have on their team, to understand the organization and its culture, its mission, its goals, its vision, where is it going, and making sure that you're aligned with those kind of things. And make sure that you show mastery of the job that you have. Start building your career by showing that you can do the job and you can do it really well. Using those things that you need to show. I'm a hard worker. I'm a reliable worker. I have good ethics. I'm a good team player. I have good communication skills. I show it, I demonstrate it, I understand this job, and I'm ready for more. Consider finding a mentor or finding a peer or somebody, particularly mentors. These are people that are maybe a job or two above that you can ask questions of. So that when you start looking for that next job, what are the skills I might need to get there? Get them looking for jobs for you as well, helping you to build your skill set, helping you to get better. Find out what they're involved in and can you be part of that. But mentors can really help to guide your career, or you may think something's a great idea. Maybe it's not. Maybe you can talk to them, or maybe as you start working your job and you have questions and you want somebody to review your work and make sure it's the quality you want it to, they're willing to do that. So mentor programs are really awesome when available, whether they're formal or informal. They're a great opportunity for you. At the minimum, you want to find supportive guides that can help you to develop your skills. In the meantime, you want to expand your networking and continue to build your network with new and more resources that can teach you more things. And this will also increase your visibility as well as your resources. So you have more people to go to learn more about things, and it increases your visibility as people see you and they see the type of person you are, and they might want to work with you themselves on things. Again, mentors are really great, but they're not always going to be a formal kind of thing. It sometimes can be a boss, it can be a peer, it can be somebody who's working in a different company sometimes. If it's more of a field type of mentor, it could be a professor. It could be somebody who you did a motivational or a informational interview with and they offered you information, but somebody that can help you to understand the field and how to move forward. It could be a former boss if you left on really good terms. I don't love it when employees leave me, but when I see them in the field and that we're still befriended, I don't expect them to stay, and especially entry-level jobs, forever. So when they advance themselves, I'm happy to see that, and I'm happy to see that we can be peers and partners in the future as we continue to work, in the field. So don't be afraid of that. But if you do get a mentor and you're lucky enough to have that, make sure you're a great mentee. Make sure you're the kind of person that they want to spend their time mentoring. Don't make them feel like they're wasting their time or they're not going to be motivated to help you. Make sure that you develop a trusting relationship. Make sure that you listen to them and follow through. Doesn't mean you have to do every single thing they say, or maybe you should. I don't know your mentor. But that you're having an open dialogue and that you're showing them respect for the time that they're spending with you. Make sure that you understand their role and the relationship between your two roles and how they're helping you. And remember, when you have a mentor, it's more than just a thank you. I mean, thank yous are great. Make sure you include those. But find out about them, too. Don't just come and say, can I just take more of your time and more of your energy away? I'm coming to just take. A mentor is somebody that you're developing a friendship with. Again, it's a give and take situation. So thank you so much for the time that you spent with me and how you've helped me. How can I help you? What are some projects you're working on? What are some things that I can do that would assist you? Is there anything I can do that would assist you? Making sure that they feel valued. A nice way to destroy a relationship is making sure that other person isn't valued. So show them that you really, really value them and the time that they're taking to help you in your career success. Once you're employed, it's really important to also think about things like your financial goals. Both your short-term and your long-term financial goals. So now that you have a job, now that you have income, start thinking about how am I going to manage my new finances in a positive and professional way. Right away, you want to start doing things like creating a budget and being aware of your debt and how am I going to address my debt. So often people end up with jobs, but they don't know how to manage or handle that. So make sure that you're putting yourself in a position right from the beginning that you're setting yourself up for success. Also, make sure you understand things like credit and credit rating, and that you're building things like your retirement and your retirement benefits. So take in that big picture. Again, a career is different than a job. So am I building those resources the way I need to build them, and what do I need to be attributing to each of those situations? It'll be very different for all of you, depending on the job, depending how long you've been in it, those kind of things. But you want to start thinking about it. Am I saving for this? Am I handling that? Am I ready for this or that? Last but not least, start thinking about your future self. Who do I want to be? Where do I want to be in a year? Where would I hope to be in 5 years? What does 10 years look like? Write it down. Reference it sometimes. Put it on a vision board. Put it in front of you. Put it someplace you go back and visit it periodically. Am I on track to get those things that I'm looking for? My short-term and my longer-term goals. What is my future self? We can easily stray. We can easily get distracted. So you need to start thinking about that. You can change the plan. Nobody says that because you wrote it down, you can't ever decide to do something different. But write it down, commit to it, and start working to get there. What does your future self look like? And how do you make it happen? The universe is a very, very powerful thing. Very powerful. Put into the universe what you want to see happen, so it can help you working towards your goals. Remember, you have to find a good life-work balance. If you don't have a good life-work balance, then we're not going to stick with those goals. So look through those goals, find the ones that are right for you, find the thing that's the right fit for your life, and work on your career success. I know you can do it. I'm absolutely sure of it. So thank you for taking the time in this video series to review those things. Remember, if you have additional questions, thoughts, or concerns, your teacher is there to support you and ask your questions. I look forward to seeing you in a different class. Good luck.